Hello, my name's Sam Doughty. I'm from the United Kingdom. I'm from a city called Worcester, and I've been a heavy goods mechanic for going on around 7 years, working in numerous sectors. When I finished school, I joined the British Army, where I joined an armoured regiment, the Royal Dragoon Guards, where I worked on a lot of heavy vehicles, tanks, and so forth. After leaving the British military, I worked as a mobile fleet engineer doing a lot of hydraulic work on tippers, tail lifts, and a lot of fleet work. And now, currently, I'm a sole HGV mechanic, and we look after a fleet of around 70 lorries. That's articulated lorries and trailers. So, over my years in this industry, I've worked on a lot of heavy machinery. That's essentially what I've done since I left school. In the British Army, as I said, I was in an armoured regiment, so I learned how to maintain, drive heavy tanks. That was a Challenger 2 main battle tank. We had things Warriors, and then we also moved on to heavy uh, wheel vehicles. I left the British Army because I wanted to further my mechanical knowledge into other systems, and that's where my passion lies. It always has been. So then I went into my mobile fleet role, and there we worked on a lot of hydraulic systems. So I did tipper work, double deck trailers, and a lot of tail lifts, and I was carrying out Lola inspections and maintenance. So I was doing a lot of chains, changing rams, and that's where I started to learn about the electrical diagnostics. Upon leaving that company where I currently work now, I'm a HGV mechanic and I look after a fleet of around 70 lorries. That's trailers as well. So we do everything: engines, transmissions, steering, brakes, and diagnostics. So I feel like I've got a lot of experience in this industry. Um, I've worked on numerous different types of heavy vehicles, and that is where my passion lies, and that's where my interest lies. To be honest, no 2 days the same in my industry. As I said, I'm currently a HGV mechanic and I work for a company called Tools Transport. And we look after a fleet of around 70 lorries. Um, Day to day for me is coming to work in the morning, see the lads, see what work on we got that day. Usually starts with safety inspection or a PMI in the morning, and then what other defects there is for that day, whatever breakdowns there might be. Obviously, if a truck breaks down on the road, I go out in the van and service or go out and conduct the breakdown and get that truck back to the yard and get it back on the road. Obviously, downtime is very crucial in our industry, so we try and be as fast as we try being quick as possible, so the trucks can get back out and do the job. Every system you can imagine, we do in the garage. So that could be gearboxes, clutches, engines, brakes, steering, hydraulics, chambers, air. I said we work on trailers as well, so there's a lot of diagnostics. Obviously, they've got the ECUs on them are quite prone to go in, so we do a lot of diagnostic work, AdBlue, DPF systems, and all that type of stuff, all that type of good stuff. So yeah, no 2 days the same in my industry, but that's why I love it so much. In terms of my driving licenses, I hold just a basic UK driving license, so car. I've got my Class 2, which is 32-ton rigid license, HGV license. I've got also my Cat H, which is a tracked vehicle license. I got that when I was in the military, so I can drive tracked vehicles on the road. In terms of my heavy goods mechanicing qualifications, I attained a MVQ level 2 in military vehicles, mechanical engineering in military vehicles when I was in the British Armed Forces. And I've also got an ERTEC SMT qualification, which is an industry standard qualification throughout the United Kingdom as a service maintenance technician in the heavy goods side of things. In terms of my driving licenses, I hold just a basic UK driving license, so car. I've got my Class 2, which is 32-ton rigid license, HGV license. I've got also my Cat H, which is a tracked vehicle license. I got that when I was in the military, so I can drive track. It's always been a dream of mine to move over to Australia. Ever since I was in school, and it's all I can always remember just saying I will eventually one day end up doing that. Upon leaving the military, obviously I loved my time in the British Armed Forces. I got some of the best experiences and I got to gain some of the best knowledge in the world. But over the back of my mind, it's something I've always wanted to do. So I'd just like to say I'm very, very thankful for this opportunity, and I never thought this opportunity would come across my path. So I really, really, truly am thankful for the opportunity. A few reasons why I think I'd be a good fit in the FIFO industry. Number one, I've lived the FIFO life in a way before. As I said, when I deployed to on Operation Cabrit in Poland when I was in the British Army, working with a lot of multinational countries, and living in temporary accommodation. I did this for an entire year. Temporary accommodation, going to the tank park every day, really getting into the vehicles and working long hours. Even now in the job I do now, I regularly work 10 to 15 hour days. Number two, I think I class myself as a very hard worker, and I'm very passionate about the job I do. And I always make sure things are done to a high standard, and I enjoy working with people, and I've always been obsessed with mechanics. That's literally that's what I've done. That's what I always want to do. And number three, it's just a dream of mine to move over to Australia.